it seems like all week we were getting little sneak peeks, a million of them, of little schedule releases, and we finally have the full NFL schedule. Even though it's already May, we're looking ahead to this season, and we have some rookies that are already getting to work.
Yeah, I mean, remember all of those college prospects that we talked about and debated about for the last 4 months? Well, they are now pros. And as you said, rookie minicamp is already underway for some, and 23 more teams hit the practice field today, which means we get our first look at picks number 1, 2, 3, and a whole lot more.
Welcome to the 2023 NFL Draft. It's time to get this show started. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Will Anderson Jr. The Indianapolis Colts are on the clock. With the fourth pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Anthony Richardson, quarterback, Florida.
Dreams come true, baby.
Dreams have officially become reality for hundreds of NFL rookies. No more odd interview questions, and definitely no more cognitive tests. Rookie minicamps are the first opportunity at shaping a legacy. Their first chance to leave a mark. And you only get one first impression. Draft position doesn't mean anything anymore. It's all about production. It's time to prove why they were selected.
We done put the work in all summer, all spring, all camp. We ready, man.
The 2023 NFL rookie class has arrived with a lot more questions than answers. Who will make a name for themselves in the NFL?
Certainly an exciting time for some of these NFL rookies. Let's welcome in our NFL analyst, Douzable. And Leger, this is such a great opportunity for some of these prospects to really ease their transition into the NFL without all the vets there. But as you well know, as a former player, nothing is easy about this, especially for some of those top prospects. What are the expectations for some of those top guys at these rookie minicamps?
Well, when you first get to rookie minicamp, it's about showing that you belong. And I remember when I went to rookie minicamp, some odd 13, 14 years ago, it was all about proving I belong, especially as an undrafted free agent. And let me just break down rookie minicamp for you. It's a 3-day work session, right, where your drafted rookies come in, your undrafted rookies come in. Guys that didn't get that call to get drafted or get the undrafted contract, they're tryout guys. They're coming in to try to take somebody's spot. And then there's veterans that are trying to fight their way back into the NFL. So guys will come out there so teams can evaluate them. So a lot of things get missed in this, Emily, right? People always talk about the work on the field, right? But it's also the work in the classroom, right? It's a 3-day session. One thing coaches truly hate is having to correct the player on the same mistake day after day. So can you get into that classroom, learn the system, process it, and then go execute it on the field? That's what happens at rookie minicamp. It's going to be highly competitive because, like I said, if you're an undrafted free agent, I've seen guys that sign undrafted free agent contracts then get cut after that weekend because a tryout guy looked better than them and they process the information better. So this is where you really learn what the NFL is about as a rookie. So you better buckle up, rookies, because it gets real rookie minicamp.
Yeah, absolutely nothing is easy about what these guys are doing right now, but it's all about, as you said, transitioning, what they're learning in the classroom on the field. Speaking of some of those top prospects, though, we got to talk about the top prospect, Bryce Young. He is set to throw for the first time at Panthers camp. The pressure is on, really, for all of these rookies. You broke it down, but when you are the number 1 pick, you're also expected to come in and be the starting quarterback. How much pressure is on Young right now in the offseason?
There's a lot of pressure on Bryce Young simply because, like you said, Emily, he was the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Now, he has a really great coaching staff and support system with the Carolina Panthers with Frank Wright, Jim Caldwell, other guys that have coached at a very high level. And to him, it's all about just getting into that playbook, learning the information and processing it. The thing about Bryce Young, he was one of the best, if not the best quarterback in pre-draft process as far as going over the playbook with teams, processing things, and regurgitating the information. So now he actually gets to do it on the field. And one thing that I really love is his rookie mate, Jonathan Mingo, 6'2", 220-pound receiver. That's nothing that Bryce Young had at Alabama, right? He had speedsters. He had Jermaine Burton. He had Jamison Williams, John Mechie, who's more of a possession guy. Now he gets a big physical receiver to go out there and grow with. It's really good that he gets that second-round pick out there with them so they can grow in this offense. Because if you look at what they did this offseason, the Carolina Panthers, right? Adam Thielen, older guy, 3-year contract, really probably a 2-year deal they can get out of it. DJ Chark is only on a 1-year deal. So now with Jonathan Mingo being in the fold as a second-round pick, also with Bryce Young, they get to grow together. And it starts this weekend at rookie minicamp.
Typically, when you're the #1 overall pick or even one of these top prospects, you're going into a tough situation. This seems like a good situation for a rookie to transition into, correct?
Yeah, the Panthers have done a masterful job of kind of overturning that roster with adding key pieces in free agency. Hayden Hurst, we talked about DJ Chark, Adam Thielen, and then the coaching staff. I love the coaching staff. So many ex-players. Frank Wright, Deuce Staley. They brought in Evero, the defensive coordinator from the Denver Broncos. So they've really overturned this roster where a lot of people are thinking this team, even though they got a rookie quarterback, has a real chance at winning that NFC South crown. And I'm not surprised just because of all the work they've done in the offseason. Overturning the roster, bringing in a new coaching staff, and making sure Bryce Young has everything he needs at his disposal to make sure he has success.
You talk about pressure, you're just adding a little bit more on there for the expectations of potentially winning the division.
A lot of people got them as a scary pick to potentially win the NFC South.
It does kind of seem wide open. All right, we talked about the top pick. How about picks number 2 and 3 set to begin camp at the Texans? I was really excited about draft night because they just seem to be loading up on talent. But you got C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr. How much will those two be relied on for the Texans as rookies this year?
Yeah, they'll be relied on a lot because, first of all, when your quarterback is taking number 2 overall, he's going to be taking the snaps under center. So that's the most important position on the field. But these 2 picks, to me, were culture starters. That's why they traded up to the number 3 pick to get Will Anderson, because his production at Alabama and the culture he's going to bring into that locker room. The Texans also have done a really good job of overturning that roster. But going back to C.J. Stroud, to me, was the best pure passer in this draft class. Great fundamentals, great footwork, throws with great accuracy. And what's lost in this is Tank Dell, right? C.J. Stroud let the Texans know, I got to know this man over the combine. I really think he could be an asset for us. They went and got him in the 3rd round, so now he gets to really grow with Tank Dell in this rookie minicamp as well. But going back to Will Anderson, defensive-minded coach, DeMeco Ryans, right? Get after the quarterback. That's what Will Anderson can do. That's why they pressed upon themselves to trade back up into the 1st round, or trade up in the 1st round because they had another 1st-round pick to the number 3 spot to make sure they got Will Anderson just because of what he brings to the table as far as leadership, a guy that has had that much success, plays with great effort, and that's what you got to do in that DeMeco Ryans defense. So they wanted to bring him in to be a cultural starter for that Texans defense.
Also feels like a division with opportunity is the way that I'm going to
AFC South is struggling.
To phrase it. Yeah, the South divisions certainly have some opportunity for some new teams to maybe take over.